Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world with me, Rufus, and he's long, he's yellow, and he's being eaten by a monkey. It's
Howard Long.
Thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show. Thanks to you for listening to this show. And, of course, thanks to all of our lovely patrons on Patreon for supporting this show. And most of all, thanks to the writer of our plot so far this week. It's Day Citrus. So, Howard, would you like to read their plot so far for us, please?
The plot so far. The Doctor finds himself in the middle of the titular conflict which continues to rage between the Daleks and Cybermen, distressing the peaceful Thals. If only they realised that, Daleks being filled with jelly and Cybermen with custard, they could get together with the Thals to create a delicious trifle as dessert for their chicken party. Excellent.
Yeah, they've got a point there.
Yeah.
Because, we have explicitly stated that Cybermen have head custard. They're full of custard. I don't think we said they were full of custard, but that's now canon.
I think we did.
It's not just their heads. They are 100% custard filled.
Yeah.
Really, they're just a skin with custard in.
Yeah.
Right?
Walking
Which makes them
custard,
less
yeah.
scary once you know that. And Daleks are Clara-shaped jelly molds, as we know, and that's definitely true. So, yeah, they've got a point.
Jelly and custard.
We could make a lot of jelly and custard just by shooting a few Daleks and Cybermen and having a bowl ready.
Yeah.
That's something we've learned. Never shoot a Cyberman without having a bowl ready.
Sure, but I mean, I think it should be important to point out here now that nobody eats jelly and custard, do they? That's weird. What is that?
I don't know, I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
Who would think of jelly and custard going together? It's not a thing.
No, good point. Carry on then.
Delicious trifle
Day
as
losers.
dessert for their chicken party. As is, the party is forced to end early. Unthinkably, the miner is moving again. Kundal convinces the Thals to finally stand up for themselves and gives them some guns he's made. Shrana and Raytep, having survived being run over by the miner, despair for their friends, because surviving being run over by the miner is impossible.
Yes.
Raytep, who has an anti-Dalek gun and thus no longer an ethical problem with killing them, suggests vengeance. Doctor and John leave Varna in the TARDIS. They run into a Dalek, invalidating their disguises by fleeing when asked for their ID numbers.
Of course, Day Citrus wasn't the only person to send us a plot so far, and we're very grateful to all the other people who did, even though we didn't choose them because they were bad. But we did enjoy, Kenton Knight sent us one, and we did enjoy his use of the phrase leg carnage, but only that.
Yeah.
All right. So don't forget, if you'd like us to read your plot so far and be really, really nice about it, we're always really nice about them, aren't we?
Super nice.
Like this week when we said they were all rubbish, but we had to choose one, so we chose Day Citrus's. Then why not make sure you're in the Secret Gang, supporting us on Patreon for as little as $2 a month.
Bargain.
And then send it to us, and you can watch us read them all on live stream every Saturday. Choose one, and maybe yours will be the one that we're really nice about at the start of an episode next week. So you ready to get started, Howard?
Yes, I am.
Oh, new catchphrase. It's a new age, a new dawn, everybody.
Yeah, I've been working on that for ages. I'm so excited to finally unveil it.
In the main control
Room.
Vaughn stirs. He's having tea now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Once again, he gets up. He looks for the explosives, but cannot find them. He unclips the radio from his shoulder again.
I just Cyberman.
Presses the button and begins to speak. This is Vaughn. Vral, do you read me? Is Vral another Cyberman, I suppose?
Yeah.
I am here, Have you reached the hangar bay? Unfortunately not. Are you on Scrambler? Not yet.
Scrambler.
Vaughn turns to the button and the red light comes on.
Why don't you just put it on Scrambler to begin with, you
Or just
fucking
only
moron?
have one setting, which
Yeah.
is Scrambler setting. Have now switched to Scrambler.
Scrambler.
What do you have to report?
Eggs!
The Daleks have made the miner operational again. I attempted to destroy the miner with the molecular destroying bomb. The destroying bomb. Now that's a good name. Hey, what kind of bomb have you got? I've got a destroying bomb. What have you got? Oh, I've just got a non-destroying
regular
bomb. It's like a keep things quite safe and don't hurt anyone bomb. That's a rubbish bomb. I attempted to destroy the miner with the molecular destroying bomb, but I was attacked by a Dalek. It has taken the bomb. What are your orders, Vral? I will send some more Cybermen. You must meet them in the hangar bay and direct them to the main control room. Over. Vaughn clips the radio back in place and leaves the main control room. We see him walk down corridor with his cyber weapon at the ready. Ooh.
Was this?
End of episode 1.
And is that it? Is there any more?
No,
of it?
we've got some more pages. We've got
I'm quite angry at how stupid the
like
Cybermen
5 more
are.
pages after this. Yeah, they are pretty dumb.
It's fucking annoying me.
We see the Doctor and John still being chased by the Daleks.
Wow.
They arrive at a crossroad. They split up.
Crossroad.
Yeah. They split up. Both Daleks go after one person. The Doc arrives at a few doors.
Both Daleks go after one person. Which person do they both go after?
I guess it means they split up and follow. Each Dalek goes after one person.
One
I mean,
each.
no, I guess.
It doesn't
You
say
said,
that.
yeah, no,
though.
you have said both Daleks go after one person, but you're right, that should specify which one. But the Doc arrives at a few doors.
Ha ha!
He arrives at a few doors.
Yeah,
he
few.
enters one. So he basically he's having his little time pig moment, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just arrived at 3 doors. Which one does he choose? A, B, or C?
Oink oink, shall I have? Die one, oink. Die two, oink.
He enters one to find the TARDIS.
Oh, what?
How did I get back here? Who cares? Thank you, God, if you exist.
Right, okay.
Did Doctor Who often talk to God just in case he exists? Thank you, God of humanity, just in case you are real and created us all, but only the humans know about you.
Yeah, no, he's probably talking to Bolafrey.
The Doctor takes out his key, unlocks the TARDIS door, and darts inside. A few seconds later, the Dalek glides in. The Dalek glides in, searches the room, and then glides out again. Ian is seen next. Who the fuck is Ian? There's not been an Ian in this, has there? There was never an Ian. I'm sure I remember someone called Ian. The Dr. John, no. Just fucking introduce someone called Ian.
Yeah, Ian Chesterton.
It just says, Ian is seen next. He runs down a corridor right into a dead end. The Dalek arrives and sees John. Oh, I think it's meant to be John.
Oh, right. So
You've just written Ian instead of John, but that totally says Ian.
I must have been watching, like,
You just
some William Arnold Doctor Who
Got
at the
mixed up.
time to kind of, like, give me some
ideas to
ideas,
steal.
yeah. Like
And then
corridors and Daleks.
Anyway, Ian is seen next. He runs down a corridor right into a dead end. The Dalek arrives and sees John, helpless. You are
And
a
says,
spy.
John, have you seen Ian? I was chasing him just now.
Yeah.
Like, no, you weren't. You were chasing me.
Yeah.
Who's
Who
Ian?
the fuck is Ian? No, the Dalek says, you are a spy and an enemy of the Daleks.
Oh.
You will be exterminated. Exterminated. They never say exterminated, do they?
Yeah.
You will be. They say exterminate, right? They don't.
Well, then, if you're gonna be, they don't say you will be exterminate.
No, but they don't say. They don't then repeat
say-
exterminated, right?
No.
If they do say that, you will be exterminated. Fair enough. But then they
They
don't
do
say
say-
exterminated, exterminated,
They don't do that.
exterminated.
No, but it's better if they did.
It's brilliant.
No, they say
Yeah.
you will be exterminated, exterminate, exterminate. But
Yeah.
but here, this is better.
It is, because then maybe John can trick them. He can be like, oh, well, if you've already exterminated me, then I'll be off. Okay.
It does not compute self-destruct.
Right, so a Dalek has John cornered and is going to exterminate
Well,
him.
that seems like it's the end for John, because there's definitely no way out of that.
No way out of that. I mean, yeah, if a Dalek is basically pointing its gun stick at you and yelling exterminate. I mean, they do, after yelling exterminate 5 or 6 times, they absolutely do exterminate you. They don't wait around. They give you about 20 seconds to escape of yelling, and then it's extermination time.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out what his chances are.
Note to self. Pathetic.
This is a note on one of the pages, listener. Sorry, do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Where Howard has written one word to himself, which is the word
Pathetic. I don't know what it's in relation to. I mean, just the whole thing, I suppose.
We see John standing against the wall.
Ian is beside him.
Yeah, he has got Ian on his head. As soon as a shot is fired, we see him jump to the floor. We must see he is not dead. There are, in all 3 shots...
I think we all would if he just jumped to the floor when someone shot a gun or whatever.
Yeah.
And the Dalek goes like, well, he's probably dead. I'm not going to check.
Well, they can't look down, can they?
Yeah.
Daleks don't have necks, right? So they can't look
They've got
down.
eyes on a stick.
Yeah. But I don't think they can look down because they're on a stick and they don't have that much movement, do they? They don't move like they're not like owl stalks. I mean, their eye stalks don't just go everywhere. They've got quite limited movement, right?
Their eyes don't fly, no.
Yeah, okay, so and their eyes don't
only get up at night time.
Yeah,
no,
their eyes
is it?
don't hunt mice, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is because
Maybe
they don't do that.
Maybe at night time their eye sticks fly off and go after mice.
That's why you never see a Dalek at night.
Yeah.
It's always daytime in Dalek world.
That's why they're called Daleks, isn't it? They're not
They're
called
not
night
good
legs.
No, I think we've nailed Daleks now as well. Oh no, we did that earlier. No, we're now Daleks again.
Yeah. They're made of wood, these Daleks. It's so easy to nail.
Yeah. I think we talked about that before. I think we did a sonic screwdriver conversation about nailing Daleks.
Good.
Yeah, I'm sure there was something about his sonic screwdriver should just be able to unscrew all the screws in a Dalek and then they'd fall apart.
That's a good plan, yeah.
But they'd have to start being made of wood, and he'd have to get a sonic claw hammer.
Or an axe, right?
Yeah. Sonic axe, yeah. Or some sonic fire.
You know, regular axe.
Sonic fire.
Yeah, sonic fire.
What are you doing? He's talking to himself. What are you doing, Doctor Who?
Well, I wouldn't have
I'm
to get
using my sonic cigarette lighter.
You wouldn't have to get Sonic anything, would he? Because, like, you know, because it'd just be a fucking rolling table, wouldn't it? He'd just be putting his drinks on it. Just a table.
He wouldn't need a sonic anything. You might say that about him anyway. What does he need sonic things for? Why doesn't he get a regular screwdriver? Yeah.
It's like if a table's always kind of like, you know,
Trying to kill
rolling
you.
after you shout and exterminate, but it can't because it's a wooden thing. Be annoying, but...
Doctor Who, are you going to do anything about those Daleks?
Yes, I'm going to put my feet upon it. They'd start saying ex-termite-nate because there'd be loads of termites in them because they're made of wood. Ex-termite-nate.
Ex-termy table? There are in all 3 shots, but the Dalek is the one we hear screaming.
A sentence!
I'm going to start again from the beginning of the episode. All right, we see John standing against the wall. As soon as a shot is fired, we see him jump to the floor. Yeah. We must see he is not dead.
Yeah.
There are, in all 3 shots, but the Dalek is the one we hear screaming. It spins round, then stands still. This is a sentence, right? And there's commas. There's commas which mean... See if you can tell me what this means, because I
know what
honestly
it
have no
means.
idea. Okay, just one more time. There are, in all 3 shots, but the Dalek is the one we hear screaming. It spins round, then stands still. Full stop. What does that mean?
There are in all 3 shots.
Oh, okay.
But the Dalek is the one we hear screaming. Why do we hear it screaming? Because it shot a wall and it bounced back.
Actually, in all the commas that are in this sentence, there's one missing.
Yeah, the only one that you really need.
Yeah. Okay, so it spins around, then stands still.
Spins
It is
around.
dead.
Why does it spin around? Why does it do that?
Because at least once or twice that has happened with Daleks, where they go spin around and then they die and explode or whatever. Then you've gone, that is Dalek death. That is perfect Dalek death. All Daleks should spin around before dying, possibly for anything up to a minute.
They've done it for varied and often stupid reasons,
Yeah.
but not when they get shot. I mean, like, they say they're going to commit suicide and spin around. But they don't get shot and then spin around, because if they've been shot, they're dead, right?
We then see the Cyberman, Vaughn. He is standing behind the Dalek with his gun raised. He stays there for about 10 seconds,
Stays there.
then leaves. It would be weird if he just shot the Dalek and then stood there for 10 seconds. He stays there for about 10 seconds, then he leaves.
For 10
After
seconds.
another 5 or 6 seconds, John gets up,
All right.
brushes himself down, then we watch.
That's not very specific, that, is it? 5
No.
or 6?
We watch as he walks cautiously back up the corridor.
For 10 seconds.
Next, we see Ratep and Shrana crossing a field.
They cross it for 10 seconds.
If they are alive, Ratep, where are they? She's still going on
Yeah,
about
we're
that.
having the same fucking
Yeah,
conversation,
I
are
still
we?
can't see them. I still can't see a tree, so I don't think trees exist. I don't know. Maybe they're in hiding. Or they could just be looking for us. Or like, it's a fucking planet. Like, Jesus Christ, woman, I haven't found them in 5 minutes.
They're
Calm
somewhere
down.
else, okay? They're not here, right?
Yeah. They're not behind this tree, they're not behind that
Yeah,
tree. Let's
else
try another
fucking
tree.
where?
Here they are, they're behind the third tree.
Boo!
Or they could just be looking for us, like we are looking for them. That's a very good point, Rare Chap. Anyway, whether they are alive or not, I vote that we attack the miner. What about you? Yeah, good plan, Raytep. Why don't you two attack a fucking Dalek ship?
Yeah, but they've got an anti-Dalek gun.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it does work how you said, and if you press a button, all the Daleks die. I think maybe you have to shoot them individually.
No.
In which case...
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, terrible idea. Anyway, he suggests, I vote that we attack the miner. What about you? I say we stay here and wait to see if the others come along.
Just after we should stare and see if people exist.
Raytep, he raises both his hands. I'm afraid you've been outvoted, Shrana. Come on, the miner went this way. Right? Because he voted that they'd do a dumb thing, and then he put his other hand up, and Shrana didn't realise that she's got 2 hands too, and that's the dumbest thing anyone's ever said, ever. Right? So she's just like, yeah, all right then. Raytep changes his direction and strides off. We see Shrana watch after him. Eventually she sighs, says, yeah, well, and then she runs off after Raytep. So she's just gone, oh, well, he did vote twice, fair enough, it's democracy. I'll go and help him then. Next we see the miner moving slowly along. Then we see a close-up of part of the miner. We can see 2 people climbing up the side of it. There's a close-up of one person. It is Raytep. We watch as he climbs up the side. We see one of Raytep's feet slip. We can see Raytep hanging from the side of the miner. He manages to pull himself up. That was exciting.
Would be.
Now we see John walking down a corridor. He is looking around. Where the heck am I? Come on, Doctor. Where are you when you're needed? To answer this question, we see the Doctor inside the TARDIS. He is resting in a chair. He is drinking something.
Yes, I'm having now sit down and having a fucking glass of whiskey.
He is drinking something and is breathing heavily.
He sits down to have a smoke and drink a nice glass of Dr. Hooch. Yes, this is very good, Dr. Hooch.
Okay, Howard, so here's what's going on in the script at the moment. So the Thals are climbing onto the miner. John is wandering around corridors looking for Doctor Who. That's what he's up to. Doctor Who is having a sit down in his chair in his TARDIS. In his TARDIS,
Yeah.
right? I think, I mean, it's not really in the script, but because he's like feeling a bit ill, and I know from the synopsis that he has got the problem of regeneration on his hands.
Yeah.
Right. And he hasn't rubbed it on a tea towel, so he hasn't got the problem of regeneration on a tea towel.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not happened. So I think that's why he's having to sit down, because of that hand
Yeah, you
problem.
can't put it in a pickle jar, courtesy of the Pickle Witch, and have a spare David Tennant, can he? That's not... No, none of that.
Can't do it. It's not part of the story. And the Cybermen and Daleks are still kind of guffing around, maybe attacking each other or drilling or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're just like wandering around. Sometimes they're shooting, sometimes they're injured, sometimes, I don't know, they're looking for bits.
Yeah.
I don't understand
All
what's going
really
on.
good, exciting things. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, no, that was my implication, I think. All right, let's find out what's happening in the script, shall we?
Yes, please.
At the hangar bay, we can see Vaughn and 3 other Cybermen.
Oh.
They are standing behind a spaceship near to the door. Standing behind a spaceship.
Next to the door.
Yeah.
Which I imagine is a regular door, like that one
definitely.
with a handle and everything.
Wooden door, definitely. Suddenly, the door blows up. And the 2 Thals burst in.
Oh.
The Cybermen turn and fire. Well, they haven't got a Cybermen killing gun, have they?
Anti-Cyberman gun.
Yeah.
I don't know where they got an explosion from to make that door open. Or was
They've got a door exploding gun. That is just what happens when you press the door open button. Alright, so the Cybermen turn fire, missing both Raytep and Shrana. Let's see if this gun works. So he's going to test his anti-Dalek gun by shooting a Cyberman.
Yeah.
What a moron. Oh no, it didn't kill the Cyberman. Throw it away.
Oh, I think the thing is they don't know what Daleks are.
Oh, don't they? Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I know, he's a Thal, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah. Let's see if this gun works. Raytep waves his blaster in the air.
That's not how it... Yeah, that's not how it works.
Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. It's not a sword.
So he fires his gun. We see a Cyberman raise his hand and the shot simply rebounds off it.
Shit.
Surely there cannot be Daleks. The legends tell that they have no legs or arms.
The legends, don't
The legends tell that they haven't got any legs. Yeah. The lack of leg end says they haven't got any legs.
The legends tell that they haven't got any legs, and the arm ends tell that they haven't got any arms. And what about the head ends?
There aren't any.
They've got no head ends either. Got no head ends. Necks. That's a head end, right?
Yeah, neck is another word for a neck is head end. Yeah. Well, no. If they aren't Daleks, what are they? And if they are just Dalek slaves, I have to think what the Daleks are like. I have to wonder.
Yeah, I have to wonder what the Daleks are like. Yeah, let's have this conversation, shall we? Let's have this conversation. Let's shoot a thing.
I just shot a thing. It didn't work. It's probably going to kill us now. Let's have a chat about it. What do you think?
I wonder what Daleks are like. I think they're probably all around.
I think the legend said that they don't have no legs in you.
There's some jelly inside a Clara Oswald mould.
Yeah, but the creator...
Clara Oswald.
You said that with such pride. Such pride on your face, like, I've had the best idea so far. Clara Oswald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your jelly and your Clara Oswald.
I have made a Clara Oswald. I shall make lots of jelly Claras.
I shall turn all my dolls into jelly.
Hey, Davros, what the shit's wrong with you, dude? What the crap's going on? Who is Clara, and why do you want jelly versions of her?
I just want Dad Ross to love me.
Dad Ross. Why didn't he call me Son Ross? So, hello, Future Howard.
Hey.
How are you enjoying this episode so far?
Fucking love it. Fucking amazing.
What's going on?
Daleks are running down corridors to get away from that Doctor Who. He's trying to exterminate them. I think I've understood.
The thing is, at this point in the script, everybody, if you're confused and have no idea what's going on, what you need to do is just tell yourself, that's okay. Mm-hmm. All right? None of us do. None of us have a clue what's going on. Just sit back and enjoy the Doctor Who. All right? So let's get back to past Rufus and Howard and just see what they're yamming on about now. We see the Sybes in a group.
The Sybes.
Hidden behind the spaceship. One of the new ones takes an explosive from a pouch around its waist.
Stupid funny pack wearing idiot.
They're all just Cybermen wearing bum bags with explosives in them. That's what you've written.
Hiding behind spaceships.
Yeah.
He's a new one. He's a new one.
So he can fly. That's all we know.
He's a flying man.
He's a
Flyman. He's a flying Dalek, I guess. I guess he's a flying Dalek.
I don't know what the difference between Cybermen and Daleks are either. I'm like a Thal.
You are.
Okay. So, yeah, we see him twist a button on the side of it. We then see a close-up of the timer.
Twist a button on the side of it.
It is set to go off in 1
It's
minute.
ticking.
Well, the other one was. This one should be too.
It's got a bell on the top.
I think it's like one of those egg timers that you get in the kitchen where you like,
and
then it makes a really loud ticking noise and then rings at the end. But this one explodes.
He takes a bomb out of his fanny pack. He turns it upside down and the sand starts to go down it.
He takes a weird egg timer thing out of his fanny pack. But when he switches it on, it doesn't time an egg. It does something else. Yeah. It doesn't time an egg.
Yeah. It doesn't,
grip a battery. It doesn't grip a battery.
It's the worst, most stupid thing ever. I'm surprised the BBC didn't, send someone around to kill me. So I wouldn't send him any Doctor Who scripts. Somebody stop this kid. I can't read another one of his fucking scripts.
Doesn't he know we cancelled Doctor Who like 4 years ago? I think he's sending the fucking awful scripts about gripping batteries.
God, I loved that battery tester.
Alright, so the Cybermen have got explosives. They've taken out their explosives. They've opened their fanny packs and got their explosives out. And they're about to use those explosives to blow up some Daleks or something. Alright, let's see how they do. So he gets his egg timer out.
Right.
We see a close-up of the timer. It's set to go off in 1 minute. If you use that, surely the roof will cave in. Not so. The explosive is of a low charge. We brought it as a safety precaution.
They then have a conversation for 1 whole minute.
Yeah.
It explodes.
Only the humanoids will be destroyed. May the bomb be thrown now. Yes, start the timer.
Oh, right, it hasn't started the timer. Why does it need a fucking timer?
Oh, so he set it to go off in 1 minute, but he hasn't started it yet.
Oh, right, yeah, and then we're going to set the timer and throw it, and we're going to hope that they stand still for a minute.
Yeah.
Which, in this script, people tend to do. So it should be all right.
Well, you should know. You should have said it for 10
seconds. 9 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He just explained that it wouldn't actually kill them as well, didn't it? So
Yeah.
they're fine either way.
He said the roof will cave in.
And then he said it only destroys humans, right?
Only the humanoids will be destroyed. But no, humanoids will be destroyed. But Cybermen are humanoids. Yeah.
Whoops a daisy.
Yeah. But the Daleks will be fine.
Yeah.
The people we're fighting. The enemy will be fine, but we'll all be dead. What? What'd you bring that for?
Why did you bring the anti-Cybermen bombs?
So we see a close-up of the timer again. This time, the digits on it are moving. After the digits reach 30 seconds, the bomb is thrown. All right, so what he's done is he's set it for a minute.
This is a good scene.
He set it for a minute, and then he's gone, oh, that's a bit long. I better wait until it gets down to 30 seconds.
And we get to watch that.
We get to watch 30 seconds, and then he throws it with still 30 seconds to go. And then he goes, oh, no, hang on, it's still too long. I'll just go and get it. And then he goes and picks it up and goes, okay, 5 seconds. All right, now I'm throwing it again. No, it lands beside Latep.
Latep's changed his name.
You mean Raytep. It says Latep again down here. I think Latep is a new... No, it's all Latep. 3 times. Why have you suddenly started calling him Latep? He's gone, I don't mean Raytep. I think I'll call him Latep, but I won't go back and change the previous
one. That's one
ones.
of the side effects of the bombs that we weren't previously aware of.
It lands beside Latep. He sees it land. The timer is now at 15 seconds.
Land.
It times out at 15 seconds.
In for landing.
That is the slowest throw of a bomb ever. That took 15 seconds to land next to Latep.
Yeah, well, he threw it really quick, but then it takes a while to land because it's got boosters and stuff in it.
It's got a little helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay. So he throws it, and 15 seconds pass, and then it lands next to Latep.
Yeah, Latep.
Latep picks it up.
Latep picks it up.
We see him throw it back.
Latep throws it back.
Exactly what I said was going to happen is happening. It lands beside Cyberman 1.
Cyberman 1.
It explodes, destroying him. Vaughn takes another bomb, sets the...
Does it again.
No, sets the timer for 10 seconds and throws it. Basically, they've gone through all this to learn what we said.
Yeah.
That they should have said it for 10 seconds. I mean, they immediately learned that a minute was too long because they stood and watched it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But then they're like, 30 seconds, that's fine. Threw it.
Well, I know what he's going to learn now. It's going to explode before it gets there.
Yeah, it's a 15-second flight. Yeah, that's true. And no, it's... 10 seconds, it throws it, it lands and explodes, killing Sharana.
Because she's female.
She's just dead. That's just it. You just dispose of that character. Latep is the only one left. Yeah.
Who's that?
This new character that just arrived. He's the brother of Raytep, I think. killing Sharana. Latep is the only one left. He runs away, only just escaping the shots of the Cybermen. We see him run down a corridor, obviously.
Maybe the bomb exploded a bit of the letter R off.
The bomb explodes a bit of Latep's name off. He is now called Latep. He runs down a corridor and hides in a small computer room. A few seconds later, the Cybes run past, searching for him. They run straight past.
Yeah, because they're not going to look in a computer room for him. They're going to look in a Latep room.
We see the Supreme Dalek in discussion with some other Daleks.
Having a chat.
They are in the repaired control room. We move nearer to a certain computer. Then we go to the underneath of it. We see the explosives. We then have a close-up of the timer on it. The timer is now at 3 hours. Brilliant. Very exciting. We can hear ticking. We next see the interior of the TARDIS. As the camera scans the inside of it, it finally rests on the Doctor. Fast asleep in his chair, he is snoring.
Drunk on Dr. Hooch.
Yeah. That doesn't happen often, does it? In the middle of the kind of...
it does in my scripts.
Yeah, but in the middle of the kind of action scene, it's like the Doctor goes, shit, I'm tired, man. I'm going to have a nap.
Yeah, when him and Jamie are in a life-threatening situation, running away from some Daleks, and they split up, Doctor always goes back to the TARDIS and has a nap.
Yeah. Right, so you remember John, right?
Yeah.
John the companion,
he got exterminated
He's
by
still
that Dalek, didn't he?
No, he got away. And he got away so that he could live his fulfilling life of just wandering around corridors forever. So currently that's what he's doing, he's just kind of wandering around corridors. We then see John. He is wandering about.
With Ian.
He reaches a corner, looks around it, and sees a Dalek gliding towards him. He quickly runs the other way, opens the nearest door, and darts inside.
Got a lot of fucking doors on their ship, these Daleks.
Lots of corridors, lots of doors.
With doors that you open how?
Yeah, with your plunger.
With your handle.
Inside, we see Latep raise his gun. Stay right there. Raise your hands and turn slowly round.
So he's been back to Deedpole and he said, I don't want to change my name to Latep. I think I'll stick with Raytep, thank you.
He's been in the computer room probably fixing his name.
Yeah.
He's like, flaming Latep. I don't call Latep's ridiculous. But I get my sonic hammer out and fix my name. All right, so John does as he says. Please don't shoot. I think you'll find we may both be on the same side. If you are not a Tal, that is not possible. Why?
Tal now.
Whatever. Fucking Tal, whatever they are. If you are not a Tal, then it's not possible. Or Thalek. I call them Thaleks from now on. If you are not a Thalek, then that's not possible. Why? I'm against the Daleks and the Cybermen and the not the Thaleks. Surely that's why you're hiding, isn't it? Yes, I am also against the Daleks. But these Cybermen you talk of, what are they? Surely you must have seen at least one of them.
Why?
Great ugly things they are. They usually come in an unattractive silver or black, and their heads have handles on. So they are Cybermen. So you have seen one. Yes, but if these Cybermen are only slaves, what are the Daleks like? You mean you've... is he just agreeing that they're slaves? Oh, no, there's... Oh, okay. You mean you've never seen a Dalek? And by the way, the Cybermen are most definitely not Dalek slaves. Then who are they? Well, they are obviously enemies of the Daleks, but they are just as bad as them. But if they are the Daleks' enemies, could we not make an alliance with them? I'm afraid that the Cybermen would not want your help. Besides, they'd probably shoot you on sight. How come you know so much about them? And how do I know I can trust you? I know about them because I have met them before, and believe me, they are not friendly. And I still don't know whether you're friendly. Tell me your race. No, sorry, there's a comma there, sorry. Tell me your race, the Thaleks. What is the reason for your hate of the Daleks? We have been in conflict. We've been in conflict for more... Yeah. Woo! We've been in conflict for more years than we can remember now. So, Future Howard, what I'm confused about is what is the Daleks' plan, and also what is the Cybermen's plan,
right?
And also what is going on.
Oh yeah, this is easy.
Can you help?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, go for it.
Somebody Either the Daleks or the Cybermen, or maybe the Master if he's in it, wants to get some stuff, Filuranium, right, in order to create a doomsday weapon.
The way you started it with somebody didn't fill me with confidence.
But I don't know which one's which.
Well, the Daleks are the ones with guns sticking out of their fronts, right?
Yeah.
And the Cybermen are the ones you can pick up by their heads.
Yes,
I know
that's
that.
right, yeah.
All right, let's get back to past Rufus and Howard and see what's going on with them, shall we?
Yes.
We next see the Cybermen. They are hiding in a small room. It has a few filing cabinets in it. Dalek filing cabinets. Yes, the famous Dalek filing system.
Would you put away this file, please, Zeg?
I can't. I don't have any hands.
Or any files?
What are we keeping files on? What do Daleks need files for? It's our list of exterminated people.
Don't we have computers or some shit? Aren't we rolling computers? Aren't we
Why
computers?
do we need filing? What records are we keeping? Seriously, what records do I mean, like humans file stuff because of like accounts.
Well, we don't know that it's a filing cabinet in the way that we know. It might be an iron filing cabinet. It might be where they keep all their iron filings for when they're playing with magnets.
Maybe it's like, that's what Daleks do for fun.
I think
they play with magnets.
Daleks have got prior with magnets. I seem to recall from that Peter Cushing movie.
Yeah, okay.
With the best Doctor Who.
They love magnets. It's like, oh, Zeg, you've got iron filings all over the magnet.
Oh shit!
Now we'll never be able to use it again.
Now I'm going to get sucked into the Earth's core, probably, or something.
You're supposed to put a bit of paper around it first. I forgot.
Oh, Zeg, what are we going to do with you? Dalek Zeg, always getting things wrong. Dalek wrong, getting Dalek wrong.
I have failed. Self-destruct. The end. That's a great Dalek sitcom. Didn't last long. Didn't make it past pilot, or in fact past theme tune.
Dalek Zeg. So
he's got a boring job in a fire. That's what he does. Yeah.
That's why he's looking for that promotion.
Yeah,
out of the office.
Like, my job's so boring. Yeah, that's the thing about Daleks, though, right? If they have a midlife crisis, you know, and they're like, I've done nothing with my life, or to put it another way, I have failed. Do they then self-destruct? Okay, so Varn says
That's a Cyberman.
Yeah, that's the main Cyberman until now has been called Varn, and we shall head for the main control room when it is safe, leader Rhaegor. And Rhaegor is the cyber leader, so of course he says, "It would be safe now if it was not for your consistent errors," says Rhaegor. And Varn says, "There were few mistakes only. There were few mistakes only." What are you talking about? I don't understand your strange alien space syntax. There were few mistakes only. In the meantime, we shall search through the files. There may be information on where the next doomsday weapon is hidden. Let's go through the Daleks' filing cabinets and see if they've got a map to their new doomsday weapon. I'll check the doomsday weapon filing cabinet. Try looking under D. Where shall I start? Try looking under D for doomsday weapon. I was going to look under N for new doomsday weapon. Oh, that's a good idea too.
W is. It would be an amazing scene, just like some Cybermen looking through filing cabinets that apparently belong to Daleks.
I can't quite get my head around how a Dalek uses a filing cabinet. I mean, with its plunger, you know,
probably like sleeps with it because it looks a bit. It probably thinks it's.
They lack hands, though, don't they? They lack opposable digits.
Like Daleks.
They can shove things.
Filing cabinets or Daleks?
No, both. I mean, in this case, both. I was thinking of Daleks.
Okay.
Because on the whole, filing cabinets don't need hands, but and neither do Daleks mostly, because all they do is push people and exterminate people, and they've got all the tools they need for that. Pushing, plunger, perfect pushing device.
It sucks as well.
And pushing and sucking. All right, that's two things they can do.
Yeah.
And exterminating. That's why they've got a death ray. Brilliant. But opening filing cabinets and putting bits of paper in, they haven't got an attachment for that.
Yeah, but they just shoot the door open, don't they? And they shoot the paper into it.
Plunge the paper in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, like
That would be a good scene. Watching Daleks do filing by shooting filing cabinets would be a great scene.
Yeah, they can't really do much. I mean, watching Daleks do anything that isn't
exterminating.
would be fascinating. wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, absolutely. In the new series, they have sometimes had suckers that change shape and stuff, right? They have CGI'd out some weird sucker abilities.
The suckers do stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
They
in
can
the
suck
new
that man's
series.
head off, or
Yeah.
can go over an entry coder and push the buttons.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I'd like to see a sucker because they change size and shape. If it got so big that it went over the whole filing cabinet,
Yeah.
and then it went off. It says, "I have filed self-destruct."
I have
Because
filed.
yeah,
Oh, good.
because as a Dalek, I'm thinking you're pretty disappointed that this is your job. All your mates are out exterminating, and you're sitting there in the filing room filing stuff.
The strange thing about it is, obviously, even though I'm a terrible writer,
Were a terrible writer.
even though I was a terrible writer, and I knew nothing about how to do anything, one thing I did know is Doctor Who, right? And I've obviously seen Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in all my time I'd never seen a filing cabinet in Doctor Who. And you thought that would have been a clue.
But
Probably there would have been fake computer banks in every
Yeah.
Doctor Who story ever where a robot tells you a thing, and for some reason I still thought putting a filing cabinet in was a good idea.
well, that's the thing, isn't it? Filing very much happened on computer, and that's quite a sci-fi thing. If you want information, you look in a computer. Much as we do in reality now.
Yeah.
But in the past, that would be the thing. And often you'd talk to the computer, you'd be like, "Computer, can you tell me where the Dalek's doomsday weapon is?" And the computer would be like, "No, you aren't a Cyberman." But yeah,
I know
not
what
cupboards.
I know
not
what I
cupboards.
was doing.
What
Of
were you doing?
course, it's obvious, isn't it?
Go on.
I was making Doctor Who steampunk, and that's why Stephen Moffat's done it.
Because he steals all your ideas.
Because usually, geniuses like myself and
and Stephen Moffat.
and who wrote Brave New World, Aldous Huxley, and
Yeah.
and George Orwell.
Yeah.
Me, Aldous Huxley, and George Orwell, we imagine the future and we predict things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
Well, they did. Whereas I understand the concept of retro.
Yeah, yeah.
And so what I do is I go, as we've already got computers that.
Yeah, well, you do. The thing
They
is,
existed then.
Even great
filing
writers-
and computers existed then. So I was like, well, in the future they'll have gone retro and they'll
Yeah,
have
yeah.
filing cabinets on
Even-
Dalek spaceships.
even great writers like Aldous Huxley and George Orwell, when they imagine the future, they don't just imagine something totally different. They take the present and they try to extrapolate what will happen.
Yeah.
So some things are different and some things are the same. Like in Brave New World, you've got drugs and a social structure that are different. But you've got many things that still exist, like forms of entertainment. You've got people taking drugs. You've got people having jobs. You've got a reservation based on Native American reservations. 1984. You've got a bureaucracy, and you've got news systems, and these are things that existed, but taken to a new level. But you've gone, no, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take stuff that exists now and just have it exactly the same. I'm not going to imagine how filing might develop in the future. I'm going to say, what if filing was exactly like it is now, but Daleks did it? That's even better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think you're being retro or steampunk or futurist. You're just going, it's all the same, but with Daleks.
Okay. Well, I mean that's
good
That's
too.
what you think, but
But you think you're being
I
retro.
think I'm retro steampunk.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you're a send-tretter then, aren't you?
Yeah,
I was going to
definitely.
say, but actually you're a trendsetter.
When in the next scene a Dalek, eats a
Made of-
sandwich,
yeah.
and puts the wrapper in a bin.
Yeah, whilst being made of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turns a lamp on.
yeah.
Well, I can't think of anything.
Wears some skinny jeans and rides a bicycle.
Sits on a chair. There you go. When a Dalek sits down in the next scene, you'll know
Well, I know.
that I'm retro.
You don't know what a Dalek is.
Maybe that. Yeah, that probably.
Okay.
The Dalek sits down.
Next to its filing
It's a
cabinet
good
and has a
stage
sandwich.
direction. That would be a perfect opening
Like
sequence.
Stephen Moffat going, what the fuck's this?
I'm going to start sending scripts in.
Just these typed scripts. Dear Stephen Moffat, I have written a Doctor Who script. Can you make it, please? What the fuck's this, Doctor Who? It says Stephen Moffat.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, we shall search through the files. There may be information on where the new doomsday weapon is hidden. I shall search the far corner.
There's nothing
Why?
there.
Why? It's a filing system. It's probably alphabetical. Why are you deciding where, like physically, where to search? I'll search in the far corner. I'll just look in the bottom drawers. What are you, fucking idiot?
I thought you meant an actual corner. There's no filing cabinets over in the far corner. It's just a corner, and he's going to go and have a look in
Just
it.
look at the walls and go, no, there's nothing here. Why don't you look at a fucking filing cabinet
I
then?
need to do some dusting.
I shall search the far corner. And Rhaegar says, I will search the eastern sector. Because rooms always have a north, east, south and west, isn't it? And you're a sideman going, I'm just going over to the north part of the room to get some crisps.
So fucking shit. It's just weird how bad it is.
Eastern sector's brilliant. This is another obsession that you have, because this happened in several of your other things, isn't it? And your Doctor Who things, where they'd go over to the southern part of the room or the eastern.
It's just after it comes directly after it, one of them saying, "I'll search in the far corner," and he's going, "Well, I'm going in the eastern sector." Well, what happens if the far corner's in the eastern sector?
Oh fuck! Hang on, it gets even better.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cybe 1, what's he going to say?
Yeah, no, he's going to tell. But Cybe 1 doesn't get to speak, but Rhaegar's going to tell Cybe 1 where to search.
Okay.
All right. So Varn says, I shall search the far corner. Right. And Rhaegar, the leader, says, I will search in the eastern sector, and you, he points to the other Cyberman, will search over there. Like you ran out. Like you couldn't think of another name for a place.
And you look in that Dalek over there. Oh, Dalek! Hello, I'm Zeg. How may I service your filing needs?
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World. If you would like more exciting audio and video entertainment by us, then go to patreon.com/manbycow and see what an extraordinary quantity of stuff you could get for as little as $2 a month. Bye-bye milk.
Bye, mail.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.